Joining me right now is Grayscale Investments founder and CEO Barry Silbert, also the CEO of Digital Currency Group, which is the overall umbrella company. Good to see you.
Great to see you, Maria.
Thanks so much for joining us, Barry. So, look, you've been a bull on Bitcoin for a long time. You were a pioneer in this industry in terms of exchanges and investing here. Before we get to Bitcoin specifically, when you see a market that is lower the way it is today, unnervousness about what's going on in China, do you see people pivot toward Bitcoin? Do they change their investments and like things like that, or do you think they shy away from everything?
So what's really interesting is Bitcoin tends to perform really well in periods of financial dislocation, just like gold used to. In fact, Bitcoin over the past 24 hours is up about 10%, interestingly.
Why?
Well, it could be a lot of different things. It could be the news coming out of China. It could be just technically, it looks great. The price is up almost 100% year to date. Or it could be that this campaign we launched last week to drop gold is having an effect.
Well, we want to talk about that in a second. But look at the price now, $58.96. Yes, you're talking about a big rally year to date, but you're still talking about a big decline from the highs. So what's the sales pitch to buy Bitcoin today?
So what's really interesting is last time I was on with you, the price of Bitcoin was $500.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin has done a series of record highs, and then it drops 80%, and then record highs again. Look, the sales pitch is Bitcoin is the younger generation's version of gold. It has all the same characteristics as gold. It's scarce, it's divisible, it's portable, but it actually has real utility. The Bitcoin community is creating an entire new payments and financial rail network that I think is going to transform the financial markets.
Yeah, and you need something in terms of, as we continue to go digital, you want a payment system digitally. So why Bitcoin and not something else? Because there are other alternatives.
Of course, yes. Look, there's thousands of cryptocurrencies out there. Bitcoin is first mover, has the biggest market cap, about $100 billion right now, has the most amazing, passionate community. And I do think that there will be lots of competition for winning cryptocurrencies over time. But Bitcoin is dominating. It is absolutely dominating the conversation.
And that's really where the volume is, obviously. Let me ask you about this campaign, this Drop Gold campaign. That's the message from Grayscale Investments looking to challenge a $1 trillion institution, encouraging people to drop gold from their portfolios in favor of Bitcoin. Now, you're speaking at the SALT conference this week. I know you're going to be communicating this message. Why should I drop gold when people say, look, gold is a real hedge? If I think things are going negative elsewhere, I want to own gold because it's a tangible asset.
So there's $8 trillion of gold held today. What's interesting is that the younger generation of investors, the people who have not yet allocated into gold, don't view gold the same way that our parents or grandparents did. We grew up after the gold standard. So the biggest buyers of gold, the largest increase in buyers of gold right now, are central banks. So there's this disconnect between gold bugs saying, okay, you invest in gold because you take issue with central banker fiscal and monetary policy decisions, yet they're the ones who are buying all the gold. So if you do want to make an investment that'll perform well when things don't go well, why are you aligning yourself with China and Russia and all of these countries that are amassing all the gold?
But isn't that the reason that you want to own gold? Because central banks are not going to sell it so easily, then it's going to be stable. So if a market is plummeting in terms of stocks, don't I want to go to something that's real tangible that I know is not going to have that kind of volatility?
Well, ultimately, the way that gold will have meaningful value is if the U.S. dollar declines in value. So essentially,
you're not expecting that.
Well, no. And so why bet against the U.S.? So with Bitcoin, it has all the same characteristics of gold, but you're investing in something that has real utility and real upside. The total market cap of Bitcoin is $100 billion relative to $8 trillion of gold. It takes a lot for the gold price to double from $8 trillion. At $100 billion, you carve off a few percent from an $8 trillion gold market. That's meaningful upside.
And there's a limited amount of Bitcoin.
It's just like gold, and that is, it is finite in supply. It's scarce, but it actually has utility, and it's also much more accessible. Anybody who has a phone anywhere in the world can get Bitcoin now. Gold is heavy, it's expensive to store, and it doesn't really do anything other than make nice jewelry.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, except that it's seen as a hedge. You're going to have to change a whole generation of, thinkers in terms of how do I save money and hedge against a decline or disruption elsewhere.
Right, and I think this Drop Gold campaign is intended to be provocative. It's intended to start this conversation because I do think that the gold industry has done a very, very good job marketing gold as this hedge investment when there's a better one called Bitcoin.
Wow. All right. Let me ask you about cryptocurrency and Facebook. Facebook is recruiting financial firms and online merchants to launch a cryptocurrency-based payment system. This could greatly affect the current cryptocurrency marketplace. What's your take on Facebook getting involved?
So we're under a non-disclosure agreement with Facebook, so I can't speak specifically to Facebook, but in general, you see what Facebook is doing, you see what Square is doing, you see what Fidelity is doing, even the New York Stock Exchange, they're all getting involved in creating infrastructure to support this new ecosystem. Even Jamie Dimon, who hates Bitcoin,
Right.
is launching the JP Morgan coin.
That's right. Yeah. Well, he did hate Bitcoin until his daughter schooled him.
Right, and she made a few bucks in buying Bitcoin. That's right.
She made money buying Bitcoin. What do you say to those investors who've gotten burnt on Bitcoin because they got in at the top, then it went down, and they're seeing this as a real risky bet, much riskier than gold?
Well, hey, look, it's certainly a risky bet, and you should never put more money into Bitcoin than you can afford to lose. Absolutely, but this is perhaps a generational opportunity to get involved in an asset that is going to displace what gold did or played, what role the gold played in portfolios for the past 20 years. And I think that that's a really interesting opportunity that provides a lot of upside.
So tell me how Bitcoin changes in the next 20 years. What kind of a vision do you see for Bitcoin?
Well, first, it's going to displace gold as the store of value investment that goes into portfolios. But really more importantly, there's amazing innovation that's happening right now. Thousands of companies have been funded. $5 billion have been raised into these companies over the past 5 years that are building infrastructure to make it really, really easy to get on and off the cryptocurrency superhighway. And once you have access to digital money, the sky's the limit. You remove friction and middlemen and costs. Think about the ability to move money anywhere around the world instantaneously, basically free. Think about how powerful that is for society.
Yeah, you're right. Barry, it's great stuff. You've been such an innovator in the space. Congrats.
Thanks, Maria.
Good to see you. Barry Silbert joining us there.